Have you ever felt inexplicably uncomfortable around a person who seems friendly on the outside? He smiles, says the right things, keeps the conversation going, but it's as if something inside you is signaling danger. The great psychologist Carl Jung would explain this through the concept of the shadow side of personality. These are aspects of our psyche that we suppress or deny, but which still manifest in our behavior, especially towards other people. Sometimes, the hidden resentment is not directly manifested, but through subtle signals. Let's look at 5 warning signs of hidden hostility, which indicate that a person has negative feelings towards you, even if he or she doesn't realize it. The first sign is excessive, almost unnatural friendliness. You meet a person, and he literally floods you with compliments, shows increased interest in your life, makes generous gestures. At first glance, it seems pleasant, but soon you get the feeling that all this is unnatural. Jung would say that excessive displays of friendliness can be a mask that hides true feelings. People experiencing inner conflict may unconsciously compensate for their dislike by overplaying politeness. They don't want to admit to themselves that they dislike you, so they do everything they can to convince themselves and others otherwise. Real sympathy does not require constant proof. It expresses itself naturally through genuine concern, calm presence, and respect for boundaries. If friendliness seems too intrusive, there may be something else lurking behind it. Listen to your intuition. It often senses falseness before reason can explain it. Third sign is hidden gloating. Be attentive to such moments. When a person sincerely sympathizes, his support is felt differently. It does not have a note of superiority or hidden joy. But the envious person may try to disguise his satisfaction under benevolence. But his tone, facial expressions, or even the pauses between words can give away the true emotions. Jung called it a manifestation of the shadow, that part of the personality that a person does not realize or does not want to recognize. The envious person is not always aware of his joy at your failure, but his subconscious desire to see you weaker than yourself is evident in small things. It is as if he receives a secret confirmation of his own importance, because now he is in a winning position. Such people can give themselves away not only with words, but also with actions. For example, they will not offer real help, even if they can, or suddenly start sharing stories about their successes, as if unintentionally showing that they are doing well. It is important to be able to notice these signs and do not have false illusions about such people. They will not support you in a difficult moment and therefore do not deserve to be around in the moments of your triumph. The fourth sign is obsessive competitiveness. They live in an endless competition mode where they perceive your every success as a personal challenge. It is important to understand that their behavior is not about you, but about their inner struggle. Their self-esteem is built on comparison, and to feel better about themselves, they need to constantly prove their superiority. These people can demonstrate their rivalry even in small things. If you buy a new thing, they immediately tell you that they have something cooler. If you share an achievement, they immediately cite their example to keep you from feeling special. It's not just a desire to brag. It's their way of dealing with their inner fear of being less important. Jung explained this behavior as projection. A person transfers their hidden fears and insecurities onto others in an attempt to get rid of their inner discomfort. It is important not to get involved in this game. The more you try to prove something to such a person, the more he feels the need to surpass you. The only strategy is to stop giving him an emotional boost. Don't engage in competition. Don't try to argue. After all, you don't need to win someone else's complexes. The fifth sign is sabotaging your successes. Such people may seem friendly, but their actions speak louder than words. They smile to your face, but behind your back can create a negative background, stealthily undermining your reputation. Sometimes it manifests itself in subtle little things. They do not support you in important moments, are silent when you praise, or emphasize your mistakes, so that they are noticed by others. Carl Jung called this a manifestation of the shadow, the dark side of the personality that operates from beneath the conscious mind. Passive aggression is the tool of such people. They will not openly conflict, but their caustic remarks, sarcasm, ignoring, or even feigned benevolence can serve as signals of their true attitude. They won't say outright that they don't want you to succeed, but their actions will tend to make your path more difficult. It's important to be able to recognize these signals, not get involved in someone else's games, and not let manipulators affect your self-esteem. Your success should not depend on someone else's hidden grievances. It should be fueled by your confidence and ability to see people for who they are. Why do people hide their hostility? It's important to remember that hidden hostility is not your problem, but the inner conflict of the person himself. You are not obliged to understand his motives or prove something in response. The less you are involved in someone else's psychological games, the more difficult it is to manipulate you. If a person feels envy but does not realize it, he will look for ways to compensate for his feelings of inferiority. His friendly mask. This is not a manifestation of goodwill, but a way to hide his insecurity. He may literally reincarnate himself as a friendly and caring person, trying to show others and himself that there is nothing wrong with him. However, this often hides disrespect, dissatisfaction with himself, and the desire to reduce your importance in order to feel better. It is important to recognize these situations in time and not fall into the trap. Stay aware and don't let other people's inner conflicts interfere with your inner peace. How to build a defense. Don't give an emotional boost. People whose self-esteem is built on comparison lose interest if they don't get the reaction they want. Keep your distance. The less you reveal yourself to a toxic person, the less chance they have of using your openness against you. Respond calmly. If you see hints of manipulation, respond with restraint. An emotional response is exactly what is expected of you. Focus on yourself. Wasting energy on other people's envy is pointless. The more you focus on your goals, the less meaningful other people's attempts to hurt you become. True friends and allies will never make you feel insecure. They won't compete or rejoice in your mistakes. Surround yourself with those whose support is genuine, and don't let other people's internal conflicts cloud your path. What do you think about this? Have you ever noticed this kind of behavior in your environment? How have you reacted? Share your opinion in the comments. Your experience may help others deal with these situations. And don't forget to subscribe to the Great Quotes channel to learn more about deep psychology, human relationships, and wise quotes that help you better understand the world and yourself.